Hey, 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 welcome, welcome, welcome. It's another episode of Melanated N Business. It is me, just Joci.
And TaWanda with the T.
And we are welcoming our guest for the hour, Miss Quessa Arnold.
Welcome.
Of Swim Stars. Thank you for being here. How you doing today?
I'm very good. Thank you. Doing
Hey,
good.
come on here with that nervous stuff now.
Okay, I'm trying to get it together. I'm trying to get it together. Like, okay. I'm
Shake
ready.
it off.
Let's go.
Shake it off.
Let's go.
Okay, let's get
it.
Thank you all for tuning in this Thursday to Melanated N Business, 7:30 p.m. We are here every week. We are highlighting Miss Quessa Arnold of Swim Stars. She's going to educate us on aquatics. I put swim stuff on our stuff the other day. She reposted it and was like, aquatics. I felt some kind of way. I didn't want to say nothing about it, though. I felt like I say swim. She got all professional and stuff, but it's okay. You know, I let her have that. So, see?
I swear I don't even know what happened. I swear I didn't do it like
I think I said something like she's gonna give us the ins and out of the swim life. So when you reposted it, you was like aquatic education. I was like,
oh no. Okay. I'm sorry.
I like it though. I like aquatic. I like the way that sounds. It flows. Aquatics.
Right.
Just giving it a professional term.
Yes, giving it.
When people see me, all they see is lifeguard, and they just like, "Oh, you a lifeguard? You save lives?" No, that's not the only thing I do.
We're gonna get it together today, though. T, what's going on?
Nothing much. So let's get into the tea. So happy Thursday. Today is May 13th, y'all. We're halfway through May already. We just hit May.
Almost halfway through the year.
Almost. Right. That's crazy.
Crazy.
Right. So y'all grab your cup and come and sit with me. I know y'all have heard or experienced this crazy the gas crisis in the South, right? Stay calm. We're supposed to be fully gassed this weekend or early next week. Hopefully, this is weekend. In the meantime, you can visit www.gasbuddy.com to see which stations near you have gas, what kind of gas, because some of them might have unleaded, some might have premium, some might have both, some might only have diesel. And even the gas prices. So that's gasbuddy.com. All you got to do is put in your zip code. Also, have you heard that the CDC is saying vaccinated people don't need masks most of the time? The U.S. CDC director announced people fully vaccinated against COVID-19 do not need to wear masks or practice social distancing indoors or outdoors, except under certain circumstances, like if you're riding a plane or a train or a bus. I guess it's just the small closed quarters. Moving on, May is Mental Health Month. National Mental Health Month raises awareness about mental illness and related issues in the U.S. In recent times, attitudes toward mental health issues appear to be changing. Negative attitudes and stigma associated with mental health have reduced, and there have been growing acceptance towards mental health issues and support for people with them. Despite everything we've been through in 2020 and so far in 2021, please know that you are not alone. Now, more than ever, we need to find ways to stay connected with our community. No one should feel alone or without the information, support, and help they need. Use this time to focus on the healing value of connecting in safe ways, prioritizing mental health, and acknowledging that it's okay to not be okay. And that concludes TaWanda's tea. Thank you for taking a sip with me.
Oh, that's cute, friend.
That was nice.
Have some tea. Take a sip with me. You gotta have your tea. Where your tea at?
Where my tea at? Hold on.
That's
don't
tea.
Don't judge me.
Okay.
You just got the whole. At least she got hers in the wine glass. You just gonna go and squig that thing. We can't hear you.
Unmute.
Unmute.
Okay,
There we
I'm
go.
There
sorry.
you go.
I have muted it. I was telling you that I'm done with my glass. That's what I'm drinking, though.
Right.
I had it in the glass.
Okay. We'll roll with that. We'll roll with that.
Okay.
So I do want to comment on mental health. I do. Everyone, listen to your friend. Pay attention to your friends. Your strong friends. Your weak friends. Sometimes what we think mental health looks like or feels like is definitely not what it looks like. If that makes any sense.
Right.
Learn to recognize the signs of when our friends are actually dealing with depression, isolating themselves, being not as sociable. Keisha, you're on mute again. Being not as sociable, just all those things. Kind of pay attention to that. I know we like to talk about people making posts, and they're like, talk to your friends. But sometimes that's an outlet. You know what I mean? If that's a new behavior that they don't typically exhibit, pay attention to that. Kind of reach out. Hey, you all right? You good over there? Because some people don't know how to ask for help. You know what I mean? Typically, your strong friends don't know how to ask for help. So that's just a little tidbit to add on.
I totally agree with that.
Yes.
I totally agree with that.
Aspect.
I'm totally agreeing with that. Yeah, absolutely.
T, can we get the banner?
Yes. Is that better?
I gotta wait to see how it shows up on the broadcast. Yeah, that's better. Yep, perfect. It's going. Cool. So let's get into this aquatic lifestyle.
Yes, let's.
Introduce yourself to the people.
I am Marquisa Moore Arnold, aka Keisa Arnold, aka Swim Guru, aka Queen of the Crispy Blue, and that's it.
Well, Miss Queen of the Crispy Blue, what blue is that you are referring to?
Forest Park, Star Park, in Forest Park, Georgia. 200 gallons of water. It was completely green, completely like so green, y'all. Disgusting looking almost, but it is now crispy blue and almost ready to open May 22nd for our community luau, open to everyone actually, not just the residents of the Forest Park, but everyone. Come out.
Now I understand that there's actually a pool season.
Yes, so actually in collaboration with Mental Awareness Month, May is also Water Safety Month. So that pretty much kicks off when pool season begins, which is Memorial Day weekend. And then we go all the way to Labor Day weekend. So that's summer pool season.
Cool. And what is Swim Stars?
Swim Stars is a whole lot of swimming and melanated goodness in the pool, and just debunking the myth pretty much that Black people don't swim. So my overall mission and goal when I first started Swim Stars was to decrease the drowning rate among minority children. That is my driving mission. And I'm pretty much driven by my purpose, even though I am not operating under Swim Stars like right now. I am doing something, that I feel will help the community. I got little baby getting ready to try to join us, y'all. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Hey, y'all got twin hair.
Hey.
Hey. Okay. She okay right here by me. Anyway, so pretty much when I started Swim Stars, I wanted to decrease the drowning rate among minority kids. And I don't mean just Black kids, because we are part of the minority, but Hispanic kids and Asian kids. But I also teach Caucasians as well. I love the community. I love kids, period. That's what I'm driven by. That's my passion. So just on my journey, looking for pools, teaching nonstop, working a million jobs, and then going to go like teach swim lessons at the YMCA, Lifetime Fitness for the city of Atlanta. I learned a lot with just learning the community and just learning the city of Atlanta and Georgia, period, because I've worked and went and taught like swim lessons everywhere pretty much. I always see someone that I've taught no matter where I go. And it was just like my driving force pretty much.
So how long have you been in the go ahead, T.
I'm sorry. What services do you offer?
Swim lessons, water aerobics, lifeguard training, CPR, pool cleaning, newly. That's a new tag that I'm getting ready to put on there because okay. All things aquatics, agility training for athletes, all things aquatic therapy. That's something that I do at my pool now, which is different, which is what I actually started out doing my degree in aquatic therapy, but it grew to something else as I was in school.
So you can actually get a degree in aquatics.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it required, or does it allow you to just advance throughout?
It's not required. However, I hold the certifications that are required to like run a pool and to sustain a aquatic business, like a certified CPO, lifeguard, WSI, which is water safety instructor. I can work an oxygen cylinder. I can do basic like EMT stuff, but on a pool level, aquatic level.
Okay. So how long have you been an aquatic specialist?
For over 25 years. For over 25 years. Well, right at 25 years now. So I've been pretty much doing it since I was 14.
Okay.
Like I was a competitive swimmer in high school.
Okay, so, I was going to ask you, how did you start?
Yeah. It started from me being a competitive swimmer, but even before that, like my dad is an aquatic person. He was a lifeguard and a swimmer. He set records in the city of Decatur. My grandfather was a swimmer. My cousins and stuff on my dad's side are all swimmers pretty much. We all swim to some sort of degree, but yeah. That's where I got my start, in the pool, swimming, getting cramps all in my whole body, and just hating the water at first. But when you have a passion for something, no matter how you try to walk away from it, somehow, some way, it always brings you back if it's for you, if that's your purpose. So that was my driving force. And when I left my job I left the city of Atlanta. I was working in the office as a executive assistant, and I left, and I just decided that I was just going to do Swim Stars, and I did. I went and did it, but of course I had some failure, but I didn't really let that stop me. I just looked at my success from different approach. So instead of trying to get contracts at the different pools in the area and having to fight with other swim entities for those pools, I said, well, I'll just run my own. I'll just get a job and just run my own. And so I went to I left the city of Atlanta and interviewed for a job for the city of Forest Park, and they ended up hiring me. But gratefully so. Like, I'm the first Black aquatic coordinator for the city of Forest Park. So at a once segregated pool that didn't even allow Black people. Now I'm cleaning it and
Oh,
about to organize it and, show it to the world, to everyone now. So
Congratulations.
that's
thank you.
dope. That
Mm-hmm.
is
Thank
that is
you.
a major accomplishment to think that they didn't even allow. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was what my dad was actually just telling me when I was telling him that I was getting ready to do the interview. He was telling me, your great grandmother had a house over there. And I was asking him, I said, did you guys swim at the pool? And he was like, no, it was segregated. We couldn't swim at the pool.
And
And I
now
was
you
like,
running the pool.
right. Exactly.
That's
So
what's up.
yeah, so we got a lot of stuff getting ready to come up though. I'm getting ready to offer a lot of swim lessons, but just trying to still incorporate what I got going on in the programs to adjust to like COVID-19 standards with like the CDC and stuff like that. So we are keeping our classes to a limit. I'm not doing too many classes right now, but as we gradually get back into the groove of things, I will have more classes to offer.
How was that transition with COVID? How was it transitioning from because I'm guessing pre-COVID you were your own entity working out of a different facility, right?
Well, pre-COVID, I still had, and I still have Swim Stars. However, I was working for the city of Atlanta. So really my intention is to go over to their Parks and Recs department and figure out the need for the community. So I started at the bottom, pretty much. I had to put my prices aside, accept the lowest wage after coming from, what I'm saying, a wage that was at least medium, and just put myself back down to say, look, I'm just going to just find a different approach to get my word out. Because at the end of the day, I mean, I have my business, but I'm driven by my purpose. You see what I'm saying? So my purpose was to teach the community, and I wanted to do that no matter how I did it. So I made that like a sub entity, and I would teach Swim Stars at a different pool than the pool that I was working out of. I would still take on some lessons, but not like a whole lot, because I was building a program up over there. So I started a Aquatop program where it's like the baby and me class, and you come in and it's like a water acclimation class. But I also teach like infant rescue skills and stuff like that as we progress in the class. It's a continuous curriculum. So we pretty much learn the same thing all the time. It's all about repetition. However, you acclimate just like any animal. Whenever you get into an environment, your body acclimates, the mind acclimates. And so that's what happens with kids, except for their brains are like sponges. So as I'm teaching in a repetitive manner, they tend to pick up skills. Even if they cannot speak, they can I guess interpret what we're doing and what I'm trying to teach. And they end up picking up the skills. And that class ended up growing so big because the kids were actually like, it's like babies. They was like swimming, like 2 or 3 years old, and the parents was like, "What, girl? Like, what is going on? You done taught a whole baby how to swim?" And I'm like, "Sign
That's
up
what I
again."
do.
Sign up again. Just keep on bringing them back. Just keep the babies in the water. But really, my message is to get swim lessons. I don't care where they come from. They don't necessarily have to come from me, but just do that's a life skill. You don't never want to be you. People go on vacations every year. They go and live places where water is very near. It's so close for accidents to be able to happen. That's why swim instruction is so important, and just water safety, not just water safety, but swim instruction, knowing what to do and how to act around a pool, when you should do stuff, when you shouldn't do stuff, just think different things like that.
Is it easier to teach a baby or an older person to swim?
I say between the ages of like 4 and 6 is when a kid's mind is very impressionable. It's when they soak up the most knowledge for me, just teaching. Babies like run second. Adults, because they are such a conscious incompetence, meaning like they know what they doing is wrong, but they still do it because they are the adult. And I ain't finna let no little young girl tell me what to do, even though you done went and paid your money for this swim lesson. You done paid for me to be your teacher, and you finna come in and tell me how to run my class? No, sir. So like that's why they're third. If they would just like be free like kids, then it would be easier. So that's why I always tell my students, like, no matter what age, like you have to like just free your mind. Like it's matter in that water. And if you're afraid of the water, no, it sense it. It's like energy. It's like real, like that's scientific stuff. It's energy in that water. If you scared of it, it'll swallow you whole. But if you relax and think about what you're doing, you won't sink. That's one of the Red Cross sayings. Think and you won't sink. So
was it difficult to get your certifications?
No, so it's okay. The CPO was kind of hard because you just have to know so many so many things like about adjustment and alkalinity and acidity of just things in general, and what they do when you mix it with this chemical and storing this chemical here and there, and you know what I'm saying, when your pool has like different kinds, you have to know the different kinds of algae that grow, and because what grows in water, because you have to kill that algae. Like people don't in no pool full of algae. So it was hard because you had to know all, and then equations. Like if you don't think that you use like geometry or algebra, let me tell you, this thing was like a rude awakening for a sister. Okay, strong math ain't never been my strong suit. I had to relearn, if not learn it from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Like geometry and algebra. It was intense, but it is what it is. I had to do what I had to do. And the lifeguard test is pretty hard because it's physical. You have to swim a lot. You have to be able to retrieve people, things off the bottom of the pool and put them up on backboards and stuff like that.
Now, what does CPO mean?
Certified pool operator.
Okay.
Stop it.
Because you threw that out there and I was like, yeah, I don't even know what that means.
CPO is a certified pool operator. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Y'all, she over here doing her thing.
Hey,
yes.
Life of an entrepreneur, it does not stop. Like life
it
goes
does
on.
Not. It does not. It does not. Just have to adjust.
She's trying to figure out what you're doing.
Exactly. You see her, she keep on like peeking in the screen. Like, she's like, I want to be on the screen.
So I know you said that it is a struggle to teach older people because one, you're younger than them and they're set in their ways. But as a whole, what is one of the struggles that you tend to run into in the Black and brown community?
Number one, women don't like to get their hair wet in the water. Black. No, we talking about Black women. Yeah. So Black women don't like to get their hair wet. That's the ugly truth. However, let's debunk that thing, honey, because let me tell you.
Well, them swim caps ain't cute either, so.
and let me tell you, let me debunk this whole myth of swim caps keeping your hair dry. They don't
at all.
they not to keep your hair from getting wet. Don't buy because you think it's gonna keep your hair from being wet. What a swim cap's purpose is to make you more slick in the water, to keep the hair out your face, to make you more streamlined. Because when you are slick, that's why they tell you, if you're a swimmer, shave the hair off your legs and your arms, see, and like Okay. Go tell grandma. And it makes your head sweat. Like my father, he's over here in the background. So
co-interviewing.
He's co-interviewing with y'all. Y'all don't even know it. Okay. Do you understand? He over here answering all the questions. What have you done? That's not the code. Okay. It's the disabled. You have to wait. Okay. So pretty much back to the swim caps. They're not for you to keep your hair dry. It is to put on your head to make you, one, move faster in the water. That's the number one purpose. Two, to keep the hair from going in your face. So when you turn your head to the side, you're not gulping in your hair. And there is no three. That's it.
So so you kind of just got to get your hair wet?
So there are some things that you can do to help with it.
Minimize
what I have learned over my journey of swimming, and when I don't want to get my hair wet, because I'm one of them girls that rock a fresh press out. Like I have natural hair. If I'm not rocking it like in two ponytails or a ponytail, it's straight or in some braids. So what I have learned, and I have had to get in the water after a fresh press, and this has worked. I don't know. I ain't gonna put no guarantee on it though. Satin scarf and a latex swim cap. Latex, not silicone, not the kind that feel like silicone. Shit. Silicone. Okay.
I cannot.
I'm sorry, Joci. I'm trying to get it together. Okay, but for real. Okay. So yeah, latex. The latex kind, the kind that they make the condoms out of. That's the kind. It should fit like a condom on your head, just like that. Straight like that. Just like how a condom protects you from getting like, you know, how effective is a condom? It's like 98% right effective. It's like 1% like not effective. Okay. That is the same percentage that you have in getting your hair wet when you got a latex cap on. It's the same kind of percentage. But if you put a satin scarf around that thing when you and tuck it down, pull it down past your ears, you'll be okay. And I've done flip turns and everything doing that. So
now, is there certain wear that's better for you when you're swimming? Because I tend to, whenever you watch swimming, the ladies always have on one pieces.
Yes. So you want to get, well, it really depends on what kind of swimming you're trying to do. Like, what are you coming to do at the pool? Are you trying to swim to work out, or are you trying to look cute? So if you're trying to work out, then you would typically want a competitive swimsuit with a racer back. I have one on like this. And then there's a racer back, meaning like the stuff cuts around like your back to like support your top part.
Okay. Is there a reason why?
Yeah, because you want to be as streamlined as possible. We as women, we have curves. So they shave or put on seconds when you're racing. So the swimsuit is served to make it as eased in as possible. Streamline is what they call it.
Question T?
I have a question going back to your childhood. Well, when you were a teenager. So you started getting your certifications in your like 14. Yeah. What certifications can a teenager get?
Lifeguard certifications. They can get every certification that I'm getting right now. You don't have to have like degree or anything like that. EPO. A 16-year-old could be a certified pool operator, but you gotta know what you're doing. You could get it, and some people teach but don't really teach the class. I had a really good instructor. So that's what made the class like more valuable to me, I guess. But lifeguard training, CPR, first aid, water safety instructor. I think that's it for that age group.
And where do they get those certifications from?
You can go to Red Cross or you can hit me up. I have a few classes going on at my facility. Just send me like a DM with your age, but you must know how to swim. Let me please put that out there. Don't think you can get these certifications and not be a strong swimmer. The lifeguard test is for the strong. Like it, I mean, you have to be a strong swimmer, meaning like you got to be like all four strokes, freestyle, backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, all of them, because there is a skill that pertains to each and every last one of those strokes. And if you can't do it, especially at a deep pool, see the city of Atlanta, they don't have a lot of deep pools anymore. Like if you have noticed, like a lot of pools don't even really go past like 6 feet anymore. So they're in the really deep pools, you need to be able to retrieve things off the bottom of the pool and swim them back. And they got to be pretty much heavier than 20 or 30 pounds. Like pick them up, bring them to the top while you trying to keep yourself above the water with just your kick.
So do you teach underwater swimming as well? Under and over? I'm probably saying it wrong.
So I don't. If you ask a swimmer how to swim properly, you don't swim properly under the water. You can train yourself to hold your breath and swim the length of the pool, but that's not really swimming. If you know how to swim, you can swim freestyle, which is the stroke when the hands move like that. You can swim backstroke. You can swim butterfly, which is both hands coming out the water, or you can swim breaststroke when the hands come around through your breasts and you come up, take a breath, and then kick. So I could train you to swim underwater, but that ain't gonna really help you much. If you out in the ocean, you can only swim up underwater, but so far you need to be able to balance your breath and pretty much get a rhythm when you swimming, especially like in water and tough water.
When it comes to competitive swimming, what does that look like for a little brown girl? Because you don't see many brown girls who competitive swim.
Well, I beg to differ because I have worked in the city of Atlanta, and it is a all black team that swims with the city of Atlanta. I mean it's now it's more of a mixed race. However, those black kids, they went everywhere to compete. I've taught so many little black girls who have gone on to compete competitively and who have set records and standards, and some of them on their way to the Olympics. So I think they are not scarce. I just don't think that they're very loud for people to know what they got going on. You see what I'm saying? They're out there. Like it's a lot of black people in aquatics. Like a lot of black people in aquatics. And work together, honestly. I know it's just it's a chosen few, but I mean it's a lot of us from what I know, but I mean, you know what I'm saying, not more than the majority of people that do aquatics.
How old were you?
Go ahead.
How old were you when you learned how to swim?
I actually taught myself how to swim. I had a kind of rocky childhood. So I would often go to the swimming pool to it was like my solace. Like it was where I went to like get away from what I had going on. And I would just do it so often. And my mom, she just felt so comfortable with me just being down there. Like, God bless. And then didn't it happen? But she just felt so comfortable with me going down there. I mean, my dad was a swimmer, but he didn't even really have to teach me. I taught myself and my son taught himself. But I am now teaching my younger daughter. Like, I have a class, an Aquatot class that's going to start May 15th, this Saturday. So.
And that's what age group? 3 and 4?
That's starting at the age of 6 months to 3 years old. My father getting in our conversation again. And I've already told y'all that I've already told y'all that he was a swimmer. Didn't I already say that? Okay.
You did.
I have already told them of my family's past. Okay.
You gonna let him coach you on his interview?
I don't even know why I came over here to do the interview. I should have just stayed at home.
Your household is hilarious.
Cause girl, he over here eating and buttoning my conversation. Like, how you got all that time, sir? Enjoy your dinner. Okay.
He like tell him about the family. Let him know about the family.
Girl. Okay, getting back to it.
Okay. So
I'm sorry.
You are fine. So earlier, I asked you what were the adversities that you have with Black and brown people, and you started with Black women don't like to wet their hair.
Oh no, but let me tell you, I got you on some adversities. I'm sorry. Black women, we typically get judged a lot by our body types in swimming. Like, that's very big. Like, and it makes people uncomfortable. Just last year, a young girl up in Alaska, she was the fastest Black girl up there, got disqualified because her swimsuit, how it was cut, but her teammates had on the same swimsuit.
Wow.
They disqualified her because they were saying she was too rounded, too like
curvy,
like too curvy, pretty much saying that her butt was too big to wear that kind of swimsuit. So and I have faced a lot of that just in a working environment too. Working places where people are pretty much telling me you shouldn't just wear just a swimsuit because you have people coming up to the window just like staring in and looking, and I'm like, first of all, why are we sexualizing me wearing a swimsuit? Like, this is my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing sexual about it. I'm teaching kids. Like, I can't help how other people view me because I have on a swimsuit, but I'm not about to jump in the hair with a whole moo-moo on just to teach somebody how to swim. I'm not going to be uncomfortable trying to teach somebody how to swim because how can they learn if I'm uncomfortable? So I face that a lot. Even when I swam competitively, I was always told to like cover up because my butt was too big. Like, I don't want nobody, looking at you, my coach. Kiki, cover all that butt up. She would tell me like that. It happens. No, I'm serious, y'all. I know it's I'm laughing, but it happens to young Black girls. Like, they are often sexualized because of how their bodies are made in a swimsuit, and it's a full piece. Like what more do you want from me, right? Tyrese Fry type situation. So it is what it is,
and but it happens. Black women or young Black girls are just over sexualized in everything. Yeah,
everything.
In everything.
I mean, we can't do nothing.
of things. They find a way to sexualize young Black girls.
Right. And that's my point. It's like, I came to a swim meet, sir. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, everybody else is walking around with their bathing suits on. Why do I have to feel ashamed of my body and cover it up? Because I'm a little bit more voluptuous than my Caucasian counterparts. You know, and a lot of times it's not fair. You know what I'm saying? We are often like disqualified from things or being involved in things because of how God made us.
Did that affect you growing up? Did that affect your self-esteem?
No, not at all, girl. Not at all. Not even a little bit. It made me apply more pressure. But you know, I'm not an insubordinate type of person when I'm working for a company. So I would find ways to be comfortable in what they were, you know what I'm saying, telling me, like, you know, if you gonna make me put on them shorts, I want the smallest kind they got. How about that?
to help you stay streamlined, to help with your streamline.
Right.
I need to be slick in here, slick. You know what I'm saying?
So when it comes to swim stars, what's next? What is on the agenda?
So swim lessons and more swim lessons, lifeguarding classes. In a minute we'll be offering WSI classes and maybe eventually CPO classes. But training. My motivation right now though is training up the kids in the community to run these pools. Put them in these community pools, the communities that know them, and make them into strong workers, even if they don't tip. You know, a lot of times, you know, after someone gets older, they go to college. That's not something that they want to do. And I'm not really trying to drive people into aquatics like that, but just teach them just how to work. Working skills, just how to be an adult, you know. So that's pretty much what my journey has been thus far, just taking kids from different communities and employing them. So
for those that are afraid of water, what do you do to get them to overcome that fear?
So this is kind of hard because it's like getting somebody to trust themselves almost. If they're not in the water with me, I would say just relax. Number one, you really have to relax. If it's in a pool of water that you can stand up in, be assured that you can stand up. Don't push yourself past what your limitations or what your mind is saying that you can do. You know what I'm saying? Just give yourself a goal for that day, a small goal, and just accomplish every skill just little by little, no matter how long it takes you to do it. Pretty much start with just breathing first, you know, learning how to breathe first. I would encourage you to just, you know, do bobs, like going under the water, blowing the water out of your nose. And then when you come up, take a deep breath into your mouth. And you would do that for a number of times. So like maybe like 2 to 3 seconds per breath. So when you go underwater, count 1, 2, and then come up and take a deep breath in and then go back down. And we call those bobs. And that's, you know, just breathing control, learning how to set a rhythm and control your breathing.
I was thrown into the water.
like most Black kids are when they learn how to swim. Which I don't use that concept at all, and I don't recommend it. Like, don't do that at home. Like, don't do that.
They was
Don't
like,
throw
you
your
gonna learn
children
today.
into the water. Don't throw your children into the water. Okay, don't do that, because what it does is it builds up a negative stigma of
Trauma.
water.
That was trauma.
It was, yeah. Well, yeah, it builds up a negative trauma. You're right. It just, but even into adulthood, you start to rub that stuff off on your kids when they get to water. Girl, don't go to that water. Girl, you gonna drown. You gonna hurt yourself. Don't get in that water. You gonna get your hair wet. Like, it makes you put things on your kids, and then makes your kids scared of the water, and they don't even know why they scared of the water. Like, they grow up like not even touching water, and it's why you never got in the water, because my mama told me don't go to the water, I'ma drown.
Mm-hmm.
It's because she had a traumatic experience, and now she's putting that traumatic experience on her offspring, and so on and so on, and then the cycle just continues and continues.
I learned how to.
So,
I went to the community center, the community pool in the summertime, and
right.
they gave classes, and that's how. So luckily, nobody threw me in the water. I actually went and like what you said, bobbing. We had to put our face in the water and hold and blow. And I think I was like 5 when I learned how to swim. So
I think when you learn how to control your breathing in swimming, it kind of like do away with the anxiety around it. When you learn how to control your breathing, because it's just so much, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you're not a swimmer, you're just like in this mass body of water, and it's like a lot. And it's like, I don't know, what if a wave just develops out of nowhere and just like sends me under? No, you just have to just relax.
when you're teaching a class, so right, you have several children who can't swim, right?
Right.
Let's say you have 4 3-year-olds.
Gotcha.
Everybody knows 3-year-olds don't be still. Do you teach these classes with the parent present, or are you just you and the kids?
So up until 3, I teach them with the parent in the water.
Okay.
Because, and I do that because a lot of times kids, toddlers, infant, they have like a special attachment to their parents, or, you know, to whomever is bringing them. So to break them away so fast, you know what I'm saying? And especially if they are not a child that even attends like daycare and stuff like that, especially now, you know, pulling them away from their parents so soon creates this anxiety, you know, this person, and this, like, I'm sure all kinds of stuff is going through their heads. So I start out doing the swim lessons with the parent, and then progressively I exclude the parent to where it starts where the parent is in the water. And then when we get to like preschool swim lessons, it's like the parent, they're on the side, you know what I'm saying, but you can barely see them. And then when we get into a little bit more older swim lessons, I send the parents out the room. Like, go away. Let me just teach your baby, you know. And I typically can teach a baby a whole lot faster when they're not looking to their parents for reassurance.
Right.
Question, T?
No, not right now.
Okay. So, what if I'm a new, like, I don't know how to swim at all, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As an adult, and I take lessons, how long should it take me, or what is the time frame that I should at least be a moderate swimmer?
Standardly, I would say about 3 sessions on standard, but really it really don't have anything to do with what I'm teaching you. It's what you're willing to receive. So that's why I say kids are a lot easier to teach than adults, because kids are more open to receiving new information than adults are. They just have like this blockage up, like years and years and years of trauma and being scared of stuff. Like, I literally have to go into their like a baby. You know what I'm saying? So it may take me longer to teach an adult, because I have to break down this wall first before I can even begin teaching them. You see what I'm saying?
Got it. Hey, you kind of little. You kind of short. So
Like
for people, so it with the trust goes into the trust issue, right? Because now if I'm a big 6'2" man, and then you come along and you're like, release yourself into my care. You know what I mean? It's like,
well,
on,
you can't
baby.
pick me up off the bottom of the pool. I promise you I can.
Right.
But that's why I said it comes with just a lot of times when I'm doing adult lessons, it's on the first couple swim lessons, it's more of a get to know each other type situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how adults are. Like, how long you been teaching? Who all you done taught? You know how to swim? Like, swim. Can you do everything? Like, it's like a lot. I have to lay out my life sometimes. Like, yes, I've been doing this for a while. Like, watch me. I might I done had a swim lesson that done made me swim a lap. 2 actually, down and back, just to prove that I knew how to swim. It's like, nah, I ain't. I really need to know how to swim. But once they seen, my work, and seeing how I was able to teach, and just my way of teaching, which is I like to call it a like slow type of progressive, proactive type of teaching, where I'm stern. I'm cool, but I'm stern. It's like, hey, we cool, but you got to do that because you paid me to teach you that. So I can't like let you like slide on that. We're not going to talk the whole time. So
What's the hardest stroke to learn?
Breaststroke, because it has so many steps. It's like a first part, a second part, and a third part, and then a fourth part. It's like 4 parts to that stroke. Yeah.
Oh,
So it's like the streamline. So it's like this is the breaststroke when you do like this. So people, when you see people doing it, they're 9 times out of 10 doing it wrong. Like, to do like a competitive breaststroke, it's like 4 to 5 steps. You gotta glide first, then you pull, then you breathe, then you kick, and then you glide.
And then I drown.
And then you usually do something very flicked that make you be like, I can't do this. And walk off and get frustrated with yourself until you realize that you can. You just have to develop the muscle memory.
So what is it called when they do both arms like this?
That is called the butterfly.
Okay. That looks really hard.
Okay, so that stroke is hard because it takes the most strength. You literally have to throw yourself over like a dolphin. That's the kick that they use is called the dolphin kick, actually. And the kick itself is what propels you out of the water, and then your arms carry you over, and then you dive in.
Continuously.
Like continuously, but like a snake. You moving like a snake the whole time. So with a kick and a pull and a breath and all of that. It's not hard to learn, but it's hard to do because it drains you. I mean, it pulls everything out of you, literally using your body from the head down to your toes, like everything. Arms, your fingers got to be a certain kind of way, everything.
So swimming is more technical than people tend to think it is.
It is way more technical than people tend to think it is. It is a lot of technique and a lot of training goes into it to be a proficient swimmer. However, there are a lot of great benefits to just swimming recreationally too. Like decreasing hypertension and high cholesterol and diabetes and asthma and weight loss.
How fast
And
can I lose weight?
okay, so I can give you this rule of thumb. So for every 10 minutes, you are just walking in the pool, you burn 55 calories, twice as much as you burn on land.
I need a pool.
But that's just walking. So when you start doing strokes and different techniques, the calorie burn doubles. It increases. So like if you're doing like freestyle, every 10 minutes that you're doing freestyle, you burn 85 calories.
And then it's
And-
less on your joints.
And it's less work and impact on your joints and stuff like that. Yeah, big time.
So with
It is
COVID,
actually,
go ahead. Go ahead.
I said it's actually the best kind of exercise to do if you suffer from back pain or back injury or knee injuries and just different types of ailment that just come with just being old. It's just yeah. I was just going ahead and put it out there. Like when you're getting older, it's just Dad, you know I'm telling the truth. Listen, it is life changing, really. It is like the fountain of youth. I train many seniors in water aerobics that have increased their lifespan, honestly. If I have many seniors that come to me and say that if it was not for me teaching those classes and doing those classes, they don't know where they would be. I've had people walk into my center that could not walk when they first started a water aerobic class, and in 6 to 8 weeks time, they walking without a cane, out of a wheelchair. So it works. You just have to work to do it. Like it's gonna be painful at first, but the water kind of alleviates a lot of the pressure that would normally be on your joints if you were just walking or running or doing a treadmill, elliptical, or anything like that. So yeah, very effective.
So people who want to take swim lessons, water aerobics, learn lifeguard training, CPO, how can they find you? Where's your information?
Yes. www.forestparkga.gov is where all of my swim lessons are posted, all of my water aerobic classes, and my upcoming lifeguard classes. I am running the center right now, and I am not like teaching a lot, but I am teaching some classes. But I have trained some great lifeguards and some great swim instructors like under my vision, so they teach like me. And we are located right at 803 Forest Parkway, the Forest Park Recreation and Leisure Center. We have an indoor and outdoor pool, 25 meters for the indoor pool, and it's heated, so we swim year round. And my outdoor pool will be open from May 22nd to after Labor Day.
Cool. Your IG, you have IG, you have a Facebook.
Yes, my Instagram is Swim Stars ATL. My Facebook page is Marquisa Swim Stars. And my business page on Facebook is Swim Stars LLC.
And before we exit out, what is one tip you want to give to everybody who is tuned in or who, whatever?
This summer, you guys going out into the pool and around the pool area. One thing I want to tell Black people is what they don't think they need, but do. Sunscreen. anything above SPF 50 is good for us. So sunscreen and get some swim lessons. Even if it's not with me, find your local YMCA, your community center, Boys and Girls Club, anywhere. Learn how to swim. And when out in a large body of water, especially like on a boat or anything, even if you are a good swimmer, you still need a life vest on. And that's it.
Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. We have thoroughly enjoyed you. You are so funny. Well, we have enjoyed you. We appreciate the education on all things aquatic, and just giving some insight and understanding to that whole industry that a lot of people may not know, or know exist, and things that you encounter. So I thank you for being a guest. Make sure you guys reach out to her at Swim Stars. Everything. Put them on the screen. Put them on the screen, T. Put them on the screen so I can read them off. On her IG, on her Facebook. Reach out to her and find her over at Forest Park, but find her somewhere, get you some lessons, refer a friend, refer a family member, send yourself, whatever it is that you need to do. We do, again, thank you for tuning in to Melanated in Business every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we highlight and spotlight all Black and brown businesses within the community. If you have a Black or brown business that you would like spotlighted, a company that you love, you want to send over, refer, then all means email me at justjoci at melanatednbusiness.com. Go over to all of our audio platforms, Spotify, Apple, Amazon. It's like 7 other ones. Go to the website, Melanated N, the letter N Business. There's our link tree of all the locations you can find us, and subscribe. Like, follow, share, Melanated in Business. And on that note, you have anything, T, before we over and out?
Thank you. We have Irene says thank you. Monica says thank you.
Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you being here. On that note, you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Be safe, and we will see you next week.
Bye.